to be taking our table and exporting it onto an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So what we want to do, we're working in the model mode, we want to go ahead and get it to the layout mode. You can always press escape and then hit layout 1 and right click and say from template. Now I have put this in the teacher's share drive under table, so copy that link and paste it into the file new if you can't find it. And then select 8.5 by 11 and it has the chair template in there. We're going to want to, while we're still in the paper mode, to change this to table. So double click on the text and type in table 1 and do the same thing. Make sure that you have written table here, and then you can do the same thing. I would hold off on the scale portion of this, so let's right now right click and we want to zoom in, and let's go ahead and make sure that we have the viewports open and select the display, and we want 3D 4 equal, and then press OK. Then simply click on the inside box and let go, and they should all be there. However, they're not to scale. So unlike before where we've been doing a quarter scale is not going to fit. So if you try quarter scale, you'll see that things are going to appear too big. So go ahead and select the views, and we're going to do 3/4 view. Select 3/4, and then you should copy this right now. Right click and copy it. We can paste this in later. Now do all the 3 views on the top, side, and front, and we'll do the same thing. Select the 3/4 view. It should be at the very top. If you can't find it, go ahead and back down, select on it, and do all 3. Make sure you select the area and find yourself a perspective that you like, and then we'll go ahead and get back into the paper mode. Type in your name and the date, and the scale we should just paste right in. And then on the 3D mode, you can also do the orbit if you want. Back in the model, right click on it, get that orbit, and what we want to do is let's go ahead to the perspective, which makes it look more like we would see with our eye, and save everything, and you've completed the exercise. In lesson 6, we're going to be dimensioning our table. So go ahead, once you have your table open, let's right click and get the dimensions open. And once we have that toolbar, we can move it to the side panel if we need. And we want to be working in the paper mode, and go ahead and dimension. We're just going to give some overall dimensions. So 72 by 36, and then we want to do the height. Make sure that you are just doing the furniture itself. Make sure these dimensions, and if they're not accurate, you may want to go back in and move things around. And then we want to make sure that we indicate the work surface is 1 inch, and you can move that around so it's in the proper position here. And then we want to do what the support member is, which is 28.25 approximately, and you can right click on the precision and you can change what that indicates. We don't need thousandths of to the degree, so we want to change those under precision, because those tolerances are not necessary in this application. So make sure you change precision and do that on all the dimensions. And region is something you could do to redraw. I wouldn't worry about that though. Let's go ahead and zoom in here with our zoom command. Let's get everything, and we're going to be dimensioning everything that we can, with the exception of the perspective view. So we're just going to do the basic dimensions here, fix those precisions. And then the same thing with that grommet hole. We're going to use the circle, and we're going to determine either the radius or the diameter of the circle. So go ahead and select it, and you should see it appear. Now it's important that obviously that whoever is reading your drawing can read this, so you may want to reposition things. If you notice, the arrow always points to the center of the circle. All right. We also want to dimension the leg. Make sure you have the base of the leg in there. And then we'll do the top of the leg also. And make sure that we have the correct, should be 4 inches. So you can move that dimension over. Make sure the tolerance is set. The precision. And they should actually be the same, as everything should be the same. Now what we're going to do is we want to go ahead and measure what that angle is. So it's, if you recall, we actually typed in 2 degrees, but it's off 90 degrees, so it's going to be 88 degrees. And AutoCAD's pretty helpful with this. And make sure that you have all the important dimensions completed before you print this out. And save your work, and you've completed the exercise.